Hey everyone, 30 here, and I wanted to bring you guys back with a channel update. I apologize that things have not gone the way they should have since I'm done with school. I've just finished my AA last week, in fact, and I'm very happy to be done with finals and schooling for at least a little while. And I'm looking over the summer to be a big content dump. Uh, I'm getting together a OneDrive or Dropbox or Google Drive or something of clips my friends have gotten of gameplay and funny moments involving me. Sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze there. Anywho, I also wanted to give an update about that project I was working on. I was invited by a friend of mine to join a project called Aloria, and he thought I would be really good uh, in the project, as you guys have seen on the channel. I've done a lot of lore and very amateur voice acting in our series, especially Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And sure enough, they pretty much invited me on the lore team pretty soon after they opened up applications. I sent in one and I said, hey, I'd be interested in writing lore. I could use some practice for my channel, and I would be willing to do it. They said, all right, sure, let's see the previous work you did. Needless to say, they were very impressed with the work uh, you guys have gotten to see firsthand on the channel. And so that is what's been taking up most of my time. I might go into more depth about what Aloria is in future, just kind of offhand, as it's not something I'm really focused on promoting on the channel, as it's a little bit outside of the regular purview. But I'm very grateful for the opportunity because that means I get more practice so I can put out better content for you guys. And the lore writing is something I've always wanted to do more in depth of, and it gives me something I can work on to expand my, I guess, style of writing. Because I'm having to do a lot of writing work with this project. For example, I was once talking to a friend of the friend who invited me to join this project, Mhm. and they were like, "Well, you're doing a lot of the lore writing because the main guy he's focused on the overarching story." And I said, "Well, someone had to build the Sistine Chapel for Michelangelo to paint inside of it, so you know, give it time." Was effectively my message. So that is what's been taking up most of my time. As for naval art on the channel, I know that was something we discussed. I was not very impressed. Uh, I am sure, given 100 hours and patience, I could figure out the construction system, but I just can't figure it out. I ended up returning the game um, through Steam. I mean, I think it's got a lot of potential. I just couldn't make sense of it whatsoever. And so I will continue to say that, I'm sure, again, there are people who are geniuses at that game who can do better construction, but I want to make sure that I'm putting out high quality stuff for you guys and not it's just 10 hours of me building. So that's going to be that. Now, I am looking through my Steam library as I'm kind of recording this, and I have a couple of games I want to do on the channel. Firstly, I think our new series is going to be The Rift Breaker, which, if you don't know, is a top-down. How do I describe it? It's kind of a top-down factory builder survival. I don't want to call it like Factorio, but that's kind of the best way I can do it. It's nowhere near as complex. Uh, I've put about 45 hours into the game, and I really like it. I'm gonna try to convince a friend of mine to do a co-op campaign, but we're probably gonna do a single-player campaign on the channel first, and then I'll release that co-op campaign at a later date. Same thing with the Halo 3 once we finally get around to finishing Halo 2, because let me tell you something, it took us 4 to 7 play sessions just to get through High Charity because we kept dying because we were on the highest difficulty. So give me a break here. The holdfast content, my editing software has decided that it wants to shoot itself. And so that is why none of the holdfast recordings have been posted because I need to edit them. So again, I'm sorry, it's just technology doesn't work. Sadly, I do have to report that we have lost some subscribers, and I understand, people cycle through channels, I haven't posted in a few months, and so that is, that's part of the course. We're back down to 126 subscribers, but I'm not too concerned because I think over the summer we'll be able to bounce back. And this is going to be the first video in 37 days, 38 days that I'll be posting. So I understand you guys have pretty much been starving for content from me, and I am working on it. As for the Royal Navy campaign, I am debating because I need to go back into the save file, if I can get back into the save file. And I'm going to take a look. Because what I might do, depending on the start date, I might leave the Royal Navy campaign open-ended, and then we come back to Ultimate Marvel Dreadnoughts at a later date. I've been more focused on playing other games with my friends recently, as I was just trying to survive getting through finals. So, again, my apologies. Good news is that now that I have some free time over my hands with the summer, looking at a new job, where I can hopefully work more regular hours instead of nights, constantly, that would be nice. So, yes. But, I do think we'll return to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. What I'm thinking we'll do is we'll leave the Royal Navy campaign because I still don't know what the issue is. And we'll probably do a fresh start and go for maybe Germany. Just because, again, I'm not sure why it's doing that, and I'm hoping that someone could maybe figure out a way to get the mods, because I obviously can't figure it out, either through Thunderstorm Mod Manager, or if you could figure out a way to get it through CurseForge, that'd be amazing. Or Steam. Again, I will fight tooth and nail to say that Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts needs mod support, which I've complained about all too often on this channel. I do have a short that'll be put out sometime this week of perhaps one of my best moments in Siege. It'll be from the perspective of one of my buddies, who is you'll see the tag there as Leroy Jenkins. He was very kind to provide that clip to me, because frankly there was no reason I should have won that, and I don't think I've mentioned it on the channel very much before, but when I play Siege with my friends, I do terribly. I'm just bad at the game. I mean, I have my moments, but normally it's not very well. So that ended up being one of my best moments, and I will post that on the channel here in the next week. But yeah, that's going to be a big project moving forward, and I will see you all in the Rift Breaker, hopefully sometime next week. See ya.